Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead and another What We Eat for Dinner in a Week. In these videos, I show you how I combine inexpensive Aldi groceries with food that we are blessed with from the food pantries to make hopefully well-balanced, well-rounded meals. As a family, we generally eat low carb because my husband and I do for health reasons, and as the sole cook in the house, it's just easier for me to make one meal than to try to be a short order cook. But you'll see variations to that, and I will explain as we go. So tonight is Monday night, and I have a child behind me that was crying and is snotting. Sorry about that. Tonight we have, this is the, hang on, let me get one of the packages out of the trash. The beef sirloin steaks, the ready to cook one, the fully cooked ones from Hungry Root. And I was going to do them as whole steaks, and then I thought, you know what, why don't I do like beef tips? And so I cut them up. Let me get out of the light. I cut them up and seared them. And then in the pan, I made a gravy / sauce. I used some chicken broth and a chicken bouillon cube and some dried mushrooms that I had. I crushed those up really small. And then I did some garlic and some Worcestershire sauce, wash your sister sauce, whatever you want to call it. And I just kind of, I added xanthan gum. I will write that on the screen so you can see how to spell it. It is a low carb thickener, which is why it is gravy-like. And I just tasted this and it's salty but delicious. So we will put some of that sauce on the steak tips for me and my husband. My kids do not like gravy or sauces for the most part, unless it's like barbecue sauce. With that, we had leftover mashed potatoes from last week, from Saturday. So I made mashed potato cakes with those, and that's just leftover mashed potatoes, an egg, some flour, and then I added cheddar cheese to it to make them like a cheesy biscuit. For my husband and I did some mashed cauliflower, just super simple, and we will probably end up putting some of that steak tip sauce on that as well. And then tomatoes from our garden. We're getting really close to being the last of the tomatoes, so I'm not ready for that. So yeah, that is a really delicious looking Monday night dinner, and it's late. My husband and my two oldest were down at a neighbor's house helping an elderly lady do some yard work, and they really wanted to get one project done that they've been working on for several days. So I said, that's fine. We'll put dinner off until late and you guys get it done. So I'm going to stop this and I'm going to go eat because I'm hungry, y'all. So we will see you tomorrow. It is Tuesday, and tonight we have the the other half of the pork loin that I made the tenderloin, like fried tenderloin with last week. And I just did that in the crock pot. I put it in there. I don't put anything else in there. I don't even put water in there. I didn't salt it, anything. And cooked it on low for about 6 hours. And then we'll put barbecue sauce on that. And I do the barbecue sauce. I put the meat on the plate and then put the barbecue sauce on top. And that way I can kind of control how much barbecue sauce I end up with so that it's not quite so sugary. I need to get some low-carb barbecue sauce, but all of the low-carb barbecue sauces also have fake sweeteners that generally are rough on my stomach. So I just use a light amount of barbecue sauce, and that's fine. With that, we have just steamed broccoli with salt and butter. And then I did some fries in the air fryer with our potatoes. I had said that we had used the last of the little potatoes that we had grown, but I forgot that I had pulled out some of the bigger ones. So like you can see, that one's fairly long. So I just did those in the air fryer for about half an hour max at 400 degrees. And that gets them crispy and cooked all the way through, and we'll do ketchup with those. So this makes for a kind of nice, quick and easy dinner, especially the meat already being in the crock pot. I have been meaning to do some more crock pot meals, especially as we delve into the cooler months. And I would love to do like making the crock pot freezer meals that are like dump and go, and having those around for like Monday evening or Tuesday for having like easy meals on hand that I don't have to make on those busy first days of the week. So, obviously I'm going to have a couple of potatoes, but I'll just eat the broccoli, and then I will probably end up cutting up a tomato for me. My kids are about burnt out on garden tomatoes, but I understand how precious few time we have with the rest of the tomatoes that are out there. There really aren't a whole lot left even, and they are turning so slow because of this cooler weather. So yeah, I could cry, but I won't. All right, that is Tuesday evening. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Wednesday night, and tonight we are having Americanized Chinese food, is what we like to call it. It is, okay, so first, in the bowl, we will put down a layer of ramen noodles. These are just the cheap ramen noodles that we've gotten from the food pantry in the past. I don't even put the seasoning packet in it because we're going to put sauce on top of it anyway. For mine, I have done zoodles in the past. I have done riced cauliflower in the past. Anything like that is fine. Tonight, I'm not doing any noodles at all because I don't have a zucchini and I don't have cauli rice. So that's totally fine with me. I don't miss the noodles. On top of that, we have the leftover broccoli from last night, and then I kind of julienned some carrots to make that go a little bit further. And then on top of that, hopefully I don't steam up the camera here, we had one pork chop left from last week. So that needed to be used. So I went ahead and warmed it up and cut it up. And then this is, I can't do this because this was the breaded one with crackers. So I have, this was 2 large chicken thighs, frozen ones from Aldi that I just did in the air fryer. So I will use that on the kids' first, and then use the chicken, and then I'll use the chicken only. And then to make this slightly more Asian, I guess, we have the stir-fry sauces from Aldi. I like the Bang Bang. It is spicy, so a little bit goes a long way. I'll warn you on that one. And then the kids all like the sweet and sour. If you are doing low carb, you can make this work. It is 3 carbs for 1 tablespoon, and I will tell you, max of 2 tablespoons in a big old bowl of this is plenty. If you like spicy, but not like overpowering spicy. The sweet and sour is higher. It is 6 carbs for 1 tablespoon. So you probably wouldn't be able to get away with that. If you're doing keto, you could probably even fit this in. But if you're doing low carb, you could do both of them just depending on what your preferred macros are on that amount. So that is, and this is one of my kids' favorite meals. This is one of those that when I say what we're having, they cheer. So, all right, that is Wednesday night. We'll see you tomorrow. It is Thursday night, and this is not the meal that I had planned. I had down to do salmon patties, but we have a cold in the house. Not anything major, you know, just one of those fall colds. But I am not feeling great today. I mean, I don't feel awful, but I don't feel great either. And some of the kids aren't feeling super great. Just the sore throat and runny nose. So I just wanted something quick and easy for dinner tonight because I'm tired. That's the other thing is because I wasn't feeling good yesterday, I took a nap yesterday. And when I take a nap, then I don't sleep. So I didn't sleep last night. So now I'm extra tired today, and I learned my lesson. I'm not taking a nap today. So yeah. Anyway, wanted quick and easy, and this is my backup quick and easy meal. I always try to have smoked sausage on hand, and I just keep it in the refrigerator. It has like a forever long shelf life. So you can just keep it in the refrigerator. And so I had some of that in the refrigerator. That's 2 packages of it's not technically smoked sausage. It's called kielbasa instead of smoked sausage. Same diff to me. But look, it's good until July of 2024. I don't even know what's in this that makes this okay to eat that, to save in your refrigerator a lot long. It probably has no nutritional value at this point because of that. Anyway, so I just cut those up and fried those, and I did go ahead and do 2 packages. One package will easily feed the kids, but I wanted some leftovers because I don't have a whole lot of leftovers in the refrigerator for this weekend. So with that, 2 cans of peas. It is the one canned vegetable that my kids have no issue with eating. I actually like frozen peas better, but you know, I'm not eating them in either direction, so it's fine. And then 2 boxes of mac and cheese. Not exactly the best meal to eat when you don't feel good or when you're sick, because you really need to be eating some nutritional food, and none of this is very nutritional. But mom's tired, kids are tired, they just want comfort food. So I tried to talk them into soup and they didn't want it. Go figure. So obviously I cannot eat either one of those because of carb content and gluten. And I'm just not really in the mood for smoked sausage tonight. So I took some of the leftover pulled pork and some of the leftover veggies from last night and added in some broth and some herb and garlic seasoning, and I am going to have soup because soup sounds amazing when I'm sick. Once upon a time, back when I had like 2 kids and my sanity, I used to keep a box on the refrigerator that we called our sick box. And in it, I would keep things for if we got a stomach bug or like the flu, that kind of thing. So pre-canned, pre-made soups, crackers for like if we had the flu. If we had stomach bug, I kept Jell-O, the saltine crackers again, or oyster crackers. Oh, I always loved oyster crackers. I know those are just saltine crackers that are in the shape, but they're so nice for little ones on being able to take just that one little bite. And then I would keep like seltzer water or coconut water is really good for if you have a stomach issue because it's an electrolyte as well and is just easy on the stomach. Anything like that that are the normal things that you want when you don't feel good, I would keep those in a box on the refrigerator. And like once a year, I would, if we hadn't gotten sick, hadn't needed them, I would get them down and refresh everything, add the things that were in there into our normal everyday use stuff, and then refresh it so that nothing was getting stale or gross. But then if we were sick, we always had something on hand that we could eat. Like the boxes of like Kettle and Fire, bone broth type stuff would be amazing. Just anything really nourishing and simple for, you know, an upset stomach or an illness, that kind of thing. So just a quick tip on, you might want to try doing that. And I need to get back in the habit of doing that. So yeah. All right. I am going to go dip up plates and we're probably going to veg out for the rest of the day. So we will see you tomorrow. It is Friday night, and Friday night at our house means pizza night. Sometimes that's store-bought, sometimes that's homemade. It is pretty much never takeout because we live too far out in the country for takeout to be delivered. And in the time that we would order it, go and get it and bring it back, I can make a whole lot of frozen pizzas or from scratch pizzas for a lot less, so we just don't do it. So tonight, I am thankful that we had those bags of buns because, yeah, everybody in the house has the cold, and we have just kind of done nothing today. Sorry, loud toddler. So we have kind of done nothing today. We've just, yeah, held down couches, beds, goofed off, whatnot. So I really didn't feel like making dinner. So that's where the little hard rolls came in handy. So I just cut them open. There are 3 that have barbecue sauce and leftover pulled pork and cheese on them. And then the rest are cheese and pepperoni. So super simple. I bake them at 400 for about 10 minutes. They could go a little bit longer than that, but everybody's ready for dinner. So yeah, we're done. And then to go with that, sorry. This is the stuff I get to put up with these cats. Hey, get off my window. We have replaced that screen so many times because they get up on it. Anyway, he smells pizza. He says, I want some too. With that, we did just some really simple fruit salad. This is a couple of bananas from the food pantry, a can. That cat. A small can of mandarin oranges, some frozen blueberry raspberry mix that's from the food pantry as well. Peaches from the food pantry yesterday. Apple from Aldi. I even put in a little bit of applesauce because I was also mixing up baked oatmeal for the kids for breakfast tomorrow. Hence the chocolate chips in the trash can. Look, that's how sick we are. You know, the trash hasn't even gotten taken out today. I will probably do that right quick before it gets dark. So yeah, just a nice, quick and simple meal. A nice, quick and simple Friday night brought to you mostly by the food pantry. Tonight is also, for me for dinner, I'm not sure. I'm more than likely going to make some more soup because I have that broth that I opened from Monday's meal that needs used, and soup just sounds good. I tried to talk my kids into soup for lunch today and they were like, no, we don't want soup. So yeah, I will probably do like refrigerator soup, or what I call kitchen sink soup, which is you throw everything but the kitchen sink into it kind of thing. Whatever leftovers I have around, I may end up just doing essentially the same thing that I did last night because it was good. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Or I can always throw some chicken or something in the air fryer. I don't know. I'm not really hungry because I didn't eat lunch until like 2 o'clock because that's when I felt like eating. I ate a nice big breakfast. So anyway, lots of rambling. Let's get this going. Tonight is also the one night a week that we do dessert. So tonight I know we've got cookies in the pantry. There's some birthday cake left over in the freezer. I don't know. I usually, there's a bunch of candy still from the parade. We've got that chocolate bread from yesterday. So, yeah, it's one of those where I will just pull out whatever dessert items there are and let the kids pick and choose whatever they want. Milk and cookies sounds good. I don't know why. Why would I crave that when I'm sick? Because I don't crave that any other time. So, I just generally don't do dessert, or I'll eat a couple pieces of chocolate and call that good. So, all right, that is Friday night. We'll see you hopefully feeling better tomorrow. It is Saturday night, and Saturday night I usually make a big meal. So tonight's meal is brought to you by mostly the food pantry. This is the fried chicken that we got from the mobile food pantry the other day. It was raw. It was not fully cooked. So I had thawed it out, and I'm glad that I thawed it out beforehand because that told me that it was raw. Just by the way that it felt. So, and this piece ended up being, it's like a drumstick and a thigh and a breast. It's like half of a chicken right there. So yeah, I just baked it at 375, flipped it halfway through. It smells good, and it timed out. So we're good on that. With that, we have, instant mashed potatoes from the food pantry, and then a quart of green beans from our garden. I can't do either one of those. I'm still not sure what I'm doing. I cooked up 1 of the pounds of ground turkey. I cooked it in like burger patties, just kind of seasoned them. So I might end up using that, or I might end up eating the other portion of that. I ate half of a pound for lunch today. Don't judge me. I did not eat breakfast. In my defense, I fasted and I was hungry. So I may end up eating a little bit of that, and then some green beans and like sliced tomatoes or something like that. I don't know. That sounds good. I'm hungry, but don't feel like I'm tired. I'm really tired. I have not slept well in the last, like 4 days. Just the kids coughing and needing me and all of that. So yeah, that is Saturday night's big meal. Haha, didn't turn out great. It's fine. They're fed. So if you are new here, this is the end of our week of meals. On Sunday, when we get home from church, I pull out all of the leftovers from this week and I lay them out on the counter, and I get out plates and I let the kids pick whatever they want. If they want meat, fine. If they want nothing but vegetables, fine. If they want nothing but carbs, fine. It is about getting the leftovers used. And it's a great way of getting them used. I hate food waste, so yeah. Then Sunday evening, I pull out charcuterie board things. How fancy. Dried fruits, cured meats, cheeses, goat cheese, crackers, pretzels, pickles, anything that you would normally see on a charcuterie board is what I pull out. And that night I even bust out paper plates and let the kids pick and choose whatever they want. And I will admit, paper plates have been used more than once this week. Let's just say that. Survival, y'all. We're in the survival here. So, yeah, it makes for a day of me not having to cook. I already know we're not going to church tomorrow because I still have kids coughing and snotting. And I will not go take my kids out in public when we're doing either one of those two things because kids sneeze on their hands or into the open air. I try to teach them not to do that. They cough, and then someone else ends up sick and passing this along, and I'm not going to do that to people because I hate the fact that we pick it up. So, all right. So that is our week of meals. I will post any relevant recipes in the show notes, although I can think of none off the top of my head, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now. So, if you have any questions, let me know, and I will be glad to type out recipe or instructions on how to make something. But, all right, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye, and God bless.